So here we are again, right back where I said we were going to, and obviously the system is built. Okay, I'm a little shaky right now. Sorry about that. But anyways, the system's built. It's been built for at least, I want to say 2 weeks now. Um, so I had to take out a student loan, which was the very last thing I wanted to do, but thankfully it was my very first and hopefully last student loan. So I spent about $1,500 on this system, and quite literally, I took a long time to pick a bunch of parts. So for you guys that aren't very tech savvy, you can just go ahead and skip the video. However, for you, my fellow techs out there, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what's in this system, what everything is. So I did a lot of studying. Sorry if there's food in my beard, or yeah, food in my beard. Just ate. But anyway, so basically what happened was, and let me fill in a bunch of people on what happened with my last system. My previous video. The reason why I'm having to rebuild this is because I ordered a Chinese, I ordered an MSI board. The MSI board was straight from China. That should have been an indication there. Which, bear with me, the reason why I ordered a board from over China is because back then I didn't have a modern processor. I had a Socket 1150, which is, I think, from like 2011, 2014. And I had that, like, I still have the board, but the actual processor, actually, no, I don't have the board. I have the processor, but not the motherboard. My old board, anyways, my Gigabyte board, basically got one of its RAM slots fried. And I'm going to tell you guys, I don't know how to explain it, but it happened. Either that or one of the RAM sticks is dead. I don't know. So basically what happened is I tried to upgrade this system initially. And once I put all my components and everything into the new board, later to come to find out, there was a bent socket pin and the MSI board. So pretty much what happened is I had to send the board back. I got my refund, and I already built this system before they even gave me my refund back. So never buy anything from over in China ever again. Anyways, so let me continue. Basically what happened is that I was testing my DIMM slots. Because on the other board, one of the memory slots wasn't working. So initially I thought, well, it's probably just a board because it has a bent processor pin in it. Well, I got one of my RAM sticks, my Corsair Vengeance, and put it in the old board. Who knows? It wouldn't post or anything. It would only work with one stick. And with what I'm doing and everything, 8 gigabytes of RAM is just not going to work. I would be maxed out all the time, and it's just so inconvenient. Your system would just run horribly. It would work, but it wouldn't work very well. So basically what I did is on this system, I wanted to future-proof it. I wanted it to look good. I wanted it to basically be my dream PC for what I wanted and what would get me through for right now. Because I knew, I had a plan in my head anyways, that I was going to go ahead, buy a better system or build a better system whenever I got out of college anyways. So, as you can see, that's obviously what I did. I just went ahead, took a loan out, and I already had all the parts and everything figured out. Literally, I had the loan for the money for maybe 5 minutes and already gone. So, anyways, let me go over everything that I put into this system. Man, I'm really shaky. I don't even have a tripod, so if it seems like it's going like that, that's fine. So, anyways, what's going on? What's going on is that I actually use the same case, as you can obviously tell, which was a Corsair 400C mid-tower case. Now, I'll get into it later. This is actually just the case I'm going to use for right now. However, for right now, it's doing me a really good service. It looks good. For somebody that's not going to really be doing much besides gaming and stuff like that, I would highly recommend this case. And that's not going to build, like, it's nothing's going to change. You're not going to add any more parts to your system. You're not going to do anything really big. So, let me continue. So, first I started off with my processor. I started off with the motherboard. My bad. Now, I was looking at a bunch of motherboards and I knew I wanted to get a modern processor socket because I was going to have to buy a modern processor. And the key thing in my mind is that I want to get the best processor I can get. So, I went ahead and got this board, which is and you guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm a big Gigabyte and Asus fan. And it was a hard choice between Gigabyte and Asus. However, Asus came on top on this one. So, my very first board that I ever bought and put in my very first system, it was actually a Asus board. And then later on, I upgraded to a better, well, I wouldn't say better, but more compatible Gigabyte board later on. So, got rid of the I got that Asus board, and I installed it and I got the Asus board. It's a Z390A, or it's a Prime Z390A, in which it has a bunch of features, has everything I want. I knew I wanted RAID. I wanted a RAID controller so that way I could have a redundant array of hard drives. So basically, it took me longer once I got my refund from the dead board that I got from over in Donghong, China, or wherever it was. I used that to get some hard drives. Number one, because I had a Western Digital 2 terabyte hard drive, software rated, with my 1 terabyte Seagate drive, which is in the bottom portion right in here. It was software rated because my old board would not support RAID. Thankfully, this one does. It supports 0, 1, 5, and 10, which is all the RAID arrays that someone, outside of a business really needs. Me personally, I'm running in a RAID 1 due to the fact that I have 2 3 terabyte NAS drives that are Seagates. I'm never doing Western Digital again. I've literally had one bad experience. That might be true, but I've had a Seagate hard drive ever since my very first build 3 years ago. Hasn't gave me any problems at all. I have a Western Digital hard drive. It dies within 6 months, and they want me to pay $20 for shipping just to give it back to them so that way they can send me another one. Which, in fact, I can just go out and spend maybe $5 more to get a brand new hard drive. So, I mean, that's kind of, well, not $5 more, but you get what I'm saying. It would cost more to get a replacement and more headache than to just go out and buy another one. So, anyways, skipping all that, I went ahead, got those hard drives, and here's the thing. I could have went with two 2 terabyte NAS drives that are Seagate, paid less, and got an extended warranty. However, I am so confident in Seagate, I didn't even buy a warranty. And plus, Seagate gives you a factory warranty for a year anyways. A year or 2 years, one of the two. So, yeah, I'm very confident in Seagate. Anyways, getting on later. I wanted to get Corsair Vengeance memory, like my old build. However, it just didn't work. It wasn't going to be compatible with my board, and not just that, but I wanted the best. I wanted to get the best I could get, and not hating on people that love Corsair RAM. I personally had Corsair RAM, and it never gave me any problems. I actually wanted to install it in this build. However, it just wasn't compatible with this board. And I already had the mindset that I wanted this board. And I'm going to base everything off of this board. So pretty much what I did was I went with the top brand RAM that you can get, which is G.Skill Trident 2 memory. Now, I was only going to originally get 16 gigabytes of RAM like I did in my last build. However, as you can see, it looks a lot nicer than, all these slots are filled than to have just two of them going. Not just that, but I'll never need any more memory. I have 32 gigabytes of RAM. That's more than anybody will ever really need, realistically, in this day and age, right now in 2018. Soon to be in 2019, but still. So, finally getting to the processor. The processor, I actually bought a 8600K. So, and I know what you guys are thinking. Why didn't you just go with the 8700K? Well, the reason why I didn't go for the 8700K, I was actually going to get it. And I wanted to. And I started watching a bunch of videos of Jay's 2 Cents, Linus Tech Tips, all the Tech Tips channels on YouTube. And I just wanted to see if, do I really need this? Do I really, need this much power? In which for the longest period of time, it was the most powerful processor on the market. And, of course, now the i9s have replaced that. But either way, this board can actually support an i9. Like, they just came out last month. So I can see me having the system for a very long time now, since it's very modernized. But anyways, I got the 8600K, and then I finally was like, okay, I have all the necessary parts that I really need, besides one thing, a CPU cooler. And this is where I'm probably going to make a lot of people mad. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen a Hyper 2 Evo. I actually had one in my last build, if you guys saw it. I think you did. Anyways, there's a big, chrome-looking block that, sat right there, where that thing says Corsair, right there. So basically what for you guys that don't know what a heatsink is, it just basically gets the heat away from the processor, and then it goes out the back. So now, let me introduce you to my new CPU cooler. I'm doing water cooling now, in which I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad I did. It's a lot more silent than what it was before. My temperatures are very good. So everything that I have in this system is overclockable besides the graphics card. And I'm going to get to the graphics card because I know a lot of you want to see the graphics card and want to know what it is. Some of you might already know what it is. However, as you can see, I got my fans and all that good stuff. I have a 360 millimeter radiator, and I was originally going to only go with a 240 Corsair or radiator. However, like I said, I wanted the best. I wanted to future-proof this thing. So, and I wanted to get the best out of my case. I wanted to get everything that I could just to future-proof it. So, I got one of the biggest radiator loops on the market, and it's Corsair. It's RGB, and it's nice. So, it came with 3 fans and everything, and it just works great. And I'm not trying to bore anybody. That's why I'm trying to hurry and get through this. So that way I don't really bore anybody. So my final thing that I want to show you guys is the graphics card. Now, this was something I was actually not going to add on to. However, I had a couple $100 left. I figured, why not? And I don't know if you guys can see that, but yes, it is a ASUS motherboard, or not motherboard, but graphics card. It's a ROG Strix 1070 Ti, and here's the thing: I was only going to go for a 1060, and I got to looking around, and this just boom struck me. It was literally maybe $100 more. And I was like, I gotta have it. It's just more power than what I'll really ever need, honestly. But it's enough to get me through, and it would look so awesome in my case. So the 1070 Ti. For you guys that don't know, that's like one step below the most powerful graphics card on the market. Well, was. Anyways, now that we have the RTXs. But this is a system that's probably going to last me a long time. In which it's got to anyways, because I got to pay the loan off. But anyways, I really love this system. As you guys can see, I'm running my Plex server on it and everything. So I originally planned on using an old junker case that my parents gave me for Plex server itself. However, I just don't really see it being beneficial, honestly, at this point. Whenever I can just have it on one system and one system only, and just have it all centralized. So, anyways, I wanted to go ahead and show you guys the system and everything that I built. Now, I know what you guys are wondering. Where's the red light that was in your old system? Well, that's my graphics card, or that was my sound card. Yes, I got rid of my sound card. Well, I still have it, but eventually I'm going to give all my old parts to my parents so that way they can use it in their system. In which, drop a like if you want to see that. I can show you what all I've put in theirs. Basically, it's just a giant zombie of all the other parts that I've had, honestly. But pretty much, I really love this system. It's my dream system. Now, there are a few more things I'm going to put into this system. However, it's not major, really. This does support M.2 slot. It has two M.2 slots, so I do plan on putting at least one of them in there to be my OS. Right now, I am running an SSD. However, it's hidden in the back of the case and everything. And so, I guess with my closing off, I'm going to bring it to one more thing: the case. Now, here's the thing. Like I said earlier, if you guys just want something to get you by, or you just want something that is just going to work, you're not going to build anything off of your system, you're not going to add anything, you're just going to get your parts that you want and just stick like that forever, or just have it like that for whatever life cycle you have it. That's not the case with me. The case with me is that I'm a computer technician. I'm also an enthusiast. I love watching videos and stuff on YouTube and learning the how much processing power and how much stuff that we can cram into computers nowadays. So I'm gonna have to get a bigger case than this. This is an average computer case. It's normal sized. However, with somebody of my caliber of knowledge, I want to grow this system bigger. I want to make it look better. Which, not to drag it away from this case. This case is awesome. Like, it looks great and everything. The system looks great in it. For me, I just want something later on. I'm not going to get anything. I'm not going to get another case right now due to the fact that I still have to pay this system off as is. But, anyways, other than that, I'm not going to really do anything major. I'm not going to build anything. More or less just really put an M.2 slot in it. Maybe throw a couple more hard drives in there. Which I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it due to the fact that 3 terabytes is a lot of memory. Or a lot of storage. But I do want to populate these 2 extra fan slots in here. So I do plan on expanding. So that and this, the tubes for the water cooling are tightly, they're just you can barely move them. They're pretty stiff. So, I want to try to get a bigger case to where it's not as stiff on those hoses or the lines. And, I can also, what am I going to say? I can also SLI, if I wanted to get another 1070 Ti. However, if I was to do that, I'd have to take my front cable connectors out. And there's another problem with this case that I would feel like a lot of people would have trouble with. I've done it a couple of times, so I'm kind of used to making it work. However, the cable management for the hard drives at the back is a nightmare. As far as for the hard drives, like I said, if you don't think about it like logically on where to put your SATA cables, you're gonna have a fun time putting those hard drives in. Now there is a hard drive cage at the back of this computer, or this case, at the bottom of the case. However, like I said, it's just awkwardly in there. I wish that they would have thought about it a little bit more on how to position it in there. However, it works good. It gets you by, like I said. If you're not planning on adding anything to your system, if you're one of those people that just wants to install something, get it running, and just keep it like that for the rest of however long you have it, this is probably the case for you. However, for me, I want to continue building upon this and just make it look better and run better. So, but a lot of these parts in here, I'm probably going to keep for years and years. This is honestly the best system I've ever had, and probably will be anyways. So one more thing to mention, everything in here is RGB, and I told you guys that there's 2 fans up here as well. But anyways, I know I told you guys I probably wasn't going to put anything else into this system except for an M.2 drive. Well, I actually forgot. You see these fans? They work. They work great. However, I still have to add two fans on the radiator. What I want to do is I want to get some RGB fans, Corsair fans at that anyways, and add them into here so that way I can control all the lighting from the actual software side of it. However, for right now, that's my system. I wanted to go ahead and tell you guys why there was never a video of me building this system, talking to you guys, telling you everything about it. It's basically letting you know what happened and what the system is now. So, yeah. If the quality sucks, I'm sorry. I'm still recording on my phone. This is just, like I said, this is just kind of like a side hobby. It's something to do. It's Saturday night, and I have nothing to do. Finals are coming up for me, so hopefully I pass. However, I hope you guys have a great Saturday. Sorry if like I said, this is kind of late on uploading and everything. However, I've just been really busy. So, again, this is my system now. I love it. This is my baby. This is the most expensive thing that I have. And I know you guys probably are seeing the TV in the background thinking, I bet you that's more expensive. No, my friend. This was more expensive than this is the most expensive thing I've ever bought. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, guys. Thanks for watching the video. Peace.